Well, good evening, everyone. Michael Soothing here. I haven't come on live to let you see me for a long time. Not that anybody would want to, but tonight I'm going to fulfill a previous promise I made. Namely, I'm going to make something with Spam. Something simple. I'm just going to fry up a piece or two, I think, and put it on some toast. But also, I went to the store today and they have something brand new that I was going to show you. And I'm going to try it. I've never tried this before, so I want to try it on camera. Cotton candy grapes. Apparently they say these actually taste like cotton candy. I guess we'll put that to the test and see whether that be true or not. You know, I think what I'll do with the Spam is have breakfast for dinner, although it's too late for me to be eating dinner because it's about almost 11 p.m. But I walked on the treadmill for a long time and I haven't had my dinner yet. So I'm going to have, I think, some Spam, and I will have some of this, a piece of Seattle sourdough toast, and I will have an egg or two, but not just any egg. I bought a carton of EB eggs, Eggland's Best. EB eggs, as you can see, are an excellent source, it says right there, of vitamins and other nutrients. D, E, B2, B12, B5, whatever that is, plus, and there's a big plus here, 125 milligrams of omega-3. But in addition to all of those yummy nutrients, these eggs have 25% less saturated fat than regular eggs. It says right there, 25% less, because these hens that make these eggs are vegan, vegetarian fed hens. See there? Vegetarian fed. And what I've noticed about, let's make sure none are cracked, okay? Oh, they're all stamped with an EB on them. Look at that. They're so proud of their eggs, they stamp every one. These cost about 4 times as much as the generic brand. Is it that much more? I'd say 3 times as much. But eggs aren't very expensive anyway. And as it turns out, when you compare the two, I usually buy regular eggs, but when you compare them, whether it's size, taste, or color, or texture, the EB eggs are really much higher quality than the standard ones that you get store brand. So we'll make 1 or 2 of those. Probably 2, since I usually break the yolk, right? And we'll fry up a little piece of Spam. I have not tasted Spam since maybe I was 10 years old and my grandparents made me eat it, right? But they love this in the Philippines. If you haven't seen it, you can go back and check out my video on Spam. and how they love it in the Philippines and the Hawaiian Islands and places like that. So I think maybe I'll show you a little bit of the cooking process when we go make this, if I can manage to set the tripod up in some way so you can see it. And we'll see what we can make, and we'll try some bites. I don't expect this to be a long video, but it will be an interesting taste test. One thing I haven't had in decades, and one thing I've never tried before, that apparently is reaching a high level of popularity as a new species of grape called cotton candy. Let's see what it says about them. It says, cotton candy grapes, a candy sweet treat. I probably shouldn't be having these because I'm sure the sugar content is high. Green seedless table grapes, raisin, oh, and then they have a different language. Raisins verts de table sans pepins. I don't know the language, you tell me, because you folks are smart. Product of Brazil. How did they get them all the way here without them going bad in the meantime? They don't look super fresh, but grapes retain their flavor even if they're a little bit old. So I'll pause this. We'll go do a little bit of cooking, and then we'll give it a try. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is get my toast bread ready. A piece of this sourdough. I'm just going to have one piece. I will cut it in half. Is what I'll do. I have to twist this up and put the little thingy back on so it will stay relatively fresh. For tomorrow's turkey sit, I should be having this bread here instead. 70 calorie, whole wheat, 100% organic. But I have been eating this for the most part before today. So, I did buy one goodie I'm not supposed to get from the store. I'll show you. One kind of goodie. Gluten Oreos. But see, they're okay for me because they're gluten-free. See? So there's no calories in those. Oh, wait. 160 calories in 3 cookies. I wonder how many calories if you scrape the frosting off and just eat the chocolate disc, which is what I do for the most part. Do you think that cuts it in half? Or if you dip it in milk, does that cut the calories down? Always real cocoa. No fake cocoa in gluten-free Oreo. I'm not going to have any of those today. But let's cut our toast in half. Put that in the toast, but I'm not going to toast it yet. I'm heating up the pan right now so that we can fry up our eggs and our Spam. But we need to wash some of these grapes. Hopefully this won't be an obnoxiously loud noise. If it is, I will edit the noise that it made. I will get my very clean scissors. These look a little peaked, but we're still going to try them. They're still fine, they're firm. Made a couple loud noises there. I'm going to have to wash these right now. Wash the grapes. And then I will get a piece of this, what Joanne calls kitchen paper. they don't say, because she lived in Denmark for so long, they don't say paper towels, they say kitchen paper. Those will be our cut. I'm really tempted to try one of those right now, but I'm not going to because I want to do it live with you for the first time. So I've got to find my butter to put on the toast and to put a little bit in the pan to fry the eggs. So we'll get, the oven ran out. I used this butter with canola oil or olive oil. Either one, I get another loud noise, which I'll take it. I will edit these noises in post-production so we don't make a huge racket. I'm not going to run the fan over the grill because it'll be too noisy also. Hopefully we won't burn anything and set off the smoke detector. See, it's got a handy pull tab there. Let's pull it. And see what the spam looks like. It looks a little bit like dog food. All I can say right there. But let's drop that chunk of spam onto a little plate, a small plate, and see if we can cut off a piece or two. Slice up. How do you get it out? I guess I'm going to have to use an implement, like a fork. Pull that thing out of there. Oh yeah, we broke the suction there. Yep, doggy food, okay. I'm just making fun of it just a little bit. I know some people really love this stuff. Alright, we'll get one of our knives here. I don't want to be too brave, so I'm just going to cut one chunk for frying in the frying pan. I washed my hands already, folks, don't worry. But I'm going to wash them again now that I handled that. I'm the kind of cook that washes my hands all the time. Alright, let's go over to the frying pan now. Alright, we'll put a little bit of butter in here. No, I'm not scraping the pan with the knife, I promise. Now, this is a coating that's impervious to damage anyway. For those of you who say, what's he doing? What is he doing to that poor frying pan? We'll drop our spam hunk in there. We need to make sure that it's at least browned, okay? It doesn't look tasty at the moment, not browned. I'm not that squeamish, but you know. While that's sizzling there, I'm going to put the rest of this spam in the fridge and then do something with it later. Like, you know, feed it to the cats or something. No, I'm just joking. Maybe I'll like it. Who knows? Maybe I'll find it yummy. You just never know. I'm trying to remember, did I eat any spam the last while? I don't think so. See, we have our toast ready to toast over there. But I won't put that down until the eggs and the spam are just about done. I like everything to be done at the same time, don't you? Yeah. What will I have to drink with this? I guess I'll have, it's not very fancy, I can pour it in a glass and be a little bit more elegant. I'll have some diet Schnapple, and no sugar in that. Raspberry tea. Pour this in here. Whoops. You're going to get a lot of different sounds with this mukbang, aren't you? Hopefully nothing too rude and loud. Excuse me while I just go put this on the table along with a fork and kitchen paper. Get a couple of the eggs out of the egg carton here. Let's pick good ones. Oh, this one right here, of course. That's a good one. And, whoops, don't roll there where I'm going to get burned. I got two of those. Okay, we'll put the eggs away in the fridge. I'm the kind of cook who likes to do everything in advance so I don't have much cleanup to do later. Putting away the eggs, folks. Alright, let's flip that Spam and see if we have any browning. I see the butter is starting to get a little bit. Oh yeah. It's browning a little bit now. Browning a little bit there, so that's good. I should have made a thinner slice. But I don't have to eat the whole thing, do I? Nah, I don't have to eat the whole thing. Alright. We'll give that just a little bit more time before we start putting the eggs in there, because they cook really fast, of course. I think I'm going to have to put a tiny bit more butter in the middle. I normally use, of course, plastic implements so that we don't put any scratches. Joanne will not be happy with me if I scratch up this pan. She's coming back soon. 2 weeks. She'll be here. Looking forward to that. And then she can cook. But I will cook for her from time to time, just for fun, because I enjoy it. Cooking now and then. I don't know if I'm going to consider that well enough along to put the eggs in yet. Let's see if we have any browning on it, the other side. A little bit. Stand it on end. I don't think it'll cook well if I stand it on its head. Alright. Now it's time for the eggs and the toast. You can't tell just by looking at this particular video, but these EB eggs just look so much better than the standard ones I usually get. A little bit spilled, and I gotta clean that up right quick, okay? Otherwise, I'll be freaked out. Don't try this at home, folks, because you don't want to burn yourself or your house. You don't want to burn your house down. I want to be able to flip these eggs without breaking the yolk. Otherwise, I'll be so disappointed in myself. Keep moving the Spam around a little bit. Yeah, if you go check out, when did I make that video? It was about 6 months ago, maybe more. Joanne wanted to send a bunch of spam in a balikbayan box to relatives in the Philippines. And that was the heaviest balikbayan box ever. The thing weighed a ton or so. These eggs are going to be a little bit too done for my taste. I should have turned the heat down a little bit first. Okay. Are you guys going to get to see a fail? You see, I don't like this pan. I usually use, this is the one I'm used to. So I don't really like this pan. It's really hard to get the thing under. Yeah, it's no good for cooking eggs. Good for other stuff. So my eggs are a fail. It's time to put the toast down, because those eggs, I'm going to turn the oven, the burner off actually, because they will continue to cook there and be complete in just a moment. Yeah, next time I'm going to use the other pan. It's so much easier. This one's actually too slippery to make eggs in. I know that sounds strange. I should have used 2 spatulas, really, to do it. Get the plate here. I don't like them to be very done. I like over easy or over medium, guys. What about you? Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit of salt on the eggs. Salting them, just so my blood pressure doesn't drop too low, right? As if. And then we're going to get this spam out of here. Oh, it's nicely browned there. So at least we gave it a real good opportunity to, I'm going to wipe this pan out, because you can clean this thing like almost completely clean just by wiping it out. It's almost completely clean. I'm sure I'm going to have a lot of bangs I'll have to edit out of this thing. So I'm going to pause this and get the toast and butter that, and then we'll go do a little mukbang taste test. Hold on. All right, guys. Now that looks pretty yummy, doesn't it? I didn't know whether to do a down on the plate visual or have you watching me make faces, but I think we'll do it this way this time. And hey, it looks good, doesn't it? So let's first try a little bite of this spam, and then I'll give you my impressions. The scent is nothing like what you would imagine. It doesn't smell like ham or hot dog or anything like that. You know what? That's not half bad. I actually like it. It's got just the right amount of spiciness to it. It is very salty, but I have not added any salt to it. Wow, I thought I was going to really be disgusted by this stuff, but it's really good. What could I compare it to? It tastes kind of like a spiced up slice of hot dog in a slightly different format. That's probably because it has some of the same mystery meat. Now, before I try one of the cotton candy grapes, let's see if this egg is proper. Oh, don't get on my grapes. I don't like to mix protein and sugar at all. Yeah, the egg is just the way I like it. I usually don't get disgusted by this now. I usually put it on my toast and eat it like that. Let's try that. These EB eggs are so much better than the normal ones. They should be giving me commercial consideration for plugging their eggs, but of course they're not going to do that. I'm going to have another bite of this before I try a grape, a cotton candy grape. I just worked out for an hour with weights and the treadmill, so I'm allowed to have some food. I don't have to feel bad about eating it. One more bite. I'm going to try one more bite of Spam. Yeah, I think if this was sliced thin, about half the thickness of this, and then grilled on a sandwich, I think that would be pretty good. Actually, I'm going to try that maybe tomorrow. All right. I would say I'm going to cleanse the palate, but this tea is sweet. That's actually going to throw off my taste buds for the cotton candy grapes, so I need to eat something neutral. Another bite of this toast will work. It's a little bit crunchy, as you can surmise. My kitchen paper napkin. Handy dandy kitchen paper napkin. All right, here comes the true test. What does a cotton candy grape taste like? I don't have any sweet flavor in my mouth now, so I'll be able to tell. Will this really taste like cotton candy? They say it does. All right, what happens with this is a fairly complex flavor. At first, when you first bite into it, it tastes like a normal green, sweet grape. And you're saying to yourself, this is no different than any other grape. But then it gives you this major secondary flavor, an aftertaste, where it does have this interesting, sweet cotton candy flavor. So I believe they have labeled this new species, or variety, I should say. Wine connoisseurs are cringing now that I called this different varietal of grape a species. Anyway, yeah, let's try another one. Very good. Well, there you have it, folks. I'm going to endorse both products. believe somebody's got a vehicle that loud. I'm going to endorse both the Spam, which is not for the dietary faint of heart, though, and the cotton candy grape. And I think one is a nice chaser to the other. You have the spicy Spam first, very salty, and you follow that very salty with some very sweet. Quite good. Joanne will like these. She may even say they're too sweet. I better have another bite of protein egg. Eggs are much better for you than the common, culture suggests. They're good for your brain. They keep your brain healthy. Do you know that your brain relies on cholesterol? And if you don't have enough, your mental functioning will not be as efficient. Your cognition will be impaired. Let's chase an egg bite with a cotton candy grape. That works too. And so, we'll have one more bite of Spam. I know this sounds terribly wasteful, but I'm not going to eat everything on this plate. I have learned to stop if I'm not super hungry to make sure I control the calorie count. When I was young, living with my siblings, of which there were 5 younger than me, several years younger, 7 years younger, 10, 11, 12, and 13 years younger, 5 siblings. When people put food on the table, you had to eat it fast, or you risked not having any. But I've learned in my older age, finally, to relax, go slow, and when you're satisfied, stop, even if half your plate is still got food on it. I'm going to eat one more bite of toast. It's sourdough golden exactly the way I like it. I can't resist. Then I'll be done. Not quite done, because I need to have dessert. 2 grapes instead of 1. Are 2 better than 1? I don't know. Let's find out. Very unique varietal. Very interesting flavor in those. They're not cheap though. They're about, well, that little container was $5, okay? So normally I'm paying more like $1.99 or something a pound for grapes. So they're not cheap, but they're a special variety imported all the way from Brazil. So I don't know how they get them here without them being overripe. Maybe they fly them. How else could they express them here? I don't know. Deep chill on a fast boat, something. All right, everybody. I know this is different than what I normally do, but I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if so. The YouTube algorithms are based on views and thumbs up. And click on the bell so that you can be notified of future videos. I must have enjoyed my food. I had a little burping thing going on. I think I need a sip of the iced tea. All right, everyone. Take care. Don't ASMR and drive. Till next time. Bye-bye.